we have 5 commands. And I'd like to show you how you might want to replace these commands. What I find is that a lot of people have used Photoshop for a long time and just get stuck with the old way they used to do things. So I'll just quickly describe these and then I'll show you replacements for them. Border is going to select around the edge of what's currently selected. So if this is my selection, border. Now I only have this little area around it selected. The area in here is not, the area out here is not. You might think you'd never use that. Well, border is sometimes useful. You got an object, you've copied it from one document, you pasted it into another document, and you can see a fringe around the edge. Well, there's a way to almost instantly select what's on a layer, and you can choose border to get that little bitty rim that is getting you troubles, and then hit delete or something else. It can be very useful. Smooth. Smooth is going to round the corners of things. Or if I have a free-form selection, it is going to round off any sharp corners. You have to type in a number. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but it rounded off the corners. All right? So if you're ever trying to draw a free-form shape, you think it might be just a little bit raggedy, you could use that. Expand makes your selection bigger while keeping the same shape. It's like having a balloon full of air and you add some extra air. It just gets bigger. So I could expand this by 10, and I'm going to get a bigger selection of the same general shape. Careful with rectangles, it will start rounding the corners. Contract does the opposite. Make it smaller. And feather softens the edge. The problem is you have to type in a number and you're always guessing. You don't know the exact number to put in there. So there are replacements for most of those commands. And what I would like to get in my replacement for those commands is I would like a visual preview. When I choose expand, I want to see how much bigger is that going to look if it gets that much bigger. If I choose feather, I want to see how soft is that edge. Does it match the edge quality of the object I'm trying to select? So one way of doing that, that's in newer versions of Photoshop, is to go to the Select menu and choose Refine Edge. And when you choose Refine Edge from the Select menu, this comes up, and the only problem is that your preview changes where I can't see my picture. So at the top, up here, is your View mode, and if you click, you have many choices. You have the choice of marching ants. And so that's going to give you the same view we had a minute ago. And in here, I can go over here and the part called Edge Shift could make the selection larger or smaller. But in this case, I'm not really seeing it because the amount, no, it's not showing me in the preview. If I come over here, though, and choose something like Overlay, and I use, hopefully this will work. Usually it does. I'm surprised the preview is not updating. Usually it does. Let's see if feather will change it. Yes. Okay, for some reason it doesn't preview Shift Edge, which is really dumb. But here, if you feather it through the Refine Edge dialog box, you can visually see it as a red overlay, and you can guesstimate your setting much easier, and you don't have to think about just numbers. You can use a slider. But what you need to do is up here at the top, click, and there's a choice called Overlay. That's what I ended up using. Unfortunately, Shift Edge doesn't give me a preview. Well, it looks like it only does if I have a soft edge selection. That's really dumb. I thought it gave me a preview, but let me turn feather down, and I'll find that if you don't have a soft edge, then Shift Edge won't preview or do things. Anyway, I will show you other replacements once we talk about other features. But let's stop looking at that picture because I'm sure you're bored with it.